Alright, so we're going to look at a knife today. It's made by Kizlyar Supreme, I believe is the name. The model of the knife is Ute, or UTE. And it comes in this nice plastic hard case here, and we'll pop it open and take a look at it. Alright, so here's the knife. I actually got this off of Amazon, and I'll tell you the whole story behind it. But it does come with a nice plastic case, and it's a nice looking knife here. So the whole reason I got this is for whatever reason I was on Pinterest, and for some reason this popped up. I don't know if it's like something to do with the color, because there's a lot of stuff I have with the olive drab pattern and that type of thing, and this popped up and I'm like, oh wow, that's kind of a neat looking knife. It's not like I need another one. Well, then when I did some research on it, I found out that they're made in Russia, and I'm like, with everything going on and stuff like that, I'm like, yeah, I think this is something I'm gonna purchase. So I could only find one site that had it listed, and it was like for $68 or $70. So then I quick threw it into Amazon, and Amazon popped up with this knife. So that's where I got it from, and Amazon was, I think, $48. So it was quite a bit cheaper. And once I saw that they had it, I didn't even think twice about it. So the specifications on the knife, this is where things get a little hard to find. So I'm going to give you the specs that I took off of Amazon. So the model, it says, is a UTE-440C-SW folder green G10 handle. It says the handle material is fiberglass, color is gray. It says blade material is stainless steel. And it has a blade length of 3¼ inches. And then it just gives some other random stuff. It says weight is 0.2 kilograms, which I don't know if they are including the case with that. It says the blade shape is drop point and blade edge is plain. Now, I did look up this Russian knife maker, and they do have a website, and it translated the Russian into English. So some of the stuff, like on the front of their, I believe it's their home, or no, on this knife, it says jackknife, little powerful worker is what it says. So obviously that's being translated because it doesn't seem to flow very nicely. This knife is guaranteed for life, I believe. There is a warranty on it, a lifetime warranty. For like manufacturer defect, that type of thing. Obviously not abuse, or if you're misusing the knife in some way, shape, or form. And it says take it to the nearest service center. So then that was the other thing I looked up. And the nearest service center for us in the United States is a place called, is it Cass Iberia in Tennessee. So that was the nearest place. And I guess that's the only place that imports these knives in the U.S. So obviously Amazon gets them, but who knows what the story is at with Amazon. So I took all the millimeter and grams, and I converted them over with a calculator, but I'm not sure that these are exactly correct. And their website also states that all measurements and dimensions could be, varies 5%. So obviously there's some there's a little bit of leniency in their tolerances there. So overall is what I have is 8 inches is what that should be, or 205 millimeters. For blade length, I came up with 3 3/8, and they say it's 85 millimeters. For length, that must be with the blade closed 4 3/4. They got 120 millimeters. And then for weight, it's 178 grams, or I think roughly 6.2 ounces. Alright, so after I already had ordered the knife through Amazon, I found out that it comes with, I believe they call this a can opener, but now kind of looking at it, it also looks like it has a flat blade screwdriver on there as well. And also at the very tip here, it looks like that's a glass breaker of sorts, because there's a kind of like a point on there. None of that was listed on the actual website, on the Kizlyar Supreme knife website. So the other thing, a couple other things that listed, it says steel is 440C. So I don't know exactly what that is. I'm not big into knives, and I don't know all the different things. It says hardness is 57/59 HRC and handle is G10. So I'm not sure what all those letters and numbers mean. Maybe someone who's more versed in knives can fill us in. But like I said, it's this Ute is the UTE is the model of this knife, and I believe the Kizlyar Supreme is the maker of these knives. I don't know if we can get it here or not. And the Kizlyar Supreme is the maker of the knife, and it's made in Russia. So I don't know, I just find it interesting with everything going on that we can get stuff like this. The thing that's interesting about this knife, at least in comparison to the other ones I have, it doesn't really like lock in once it's down. I don't know what you call it. There's like no detent down, so like it opens up pretty quick. There's not much in the way of getting it to open, and then it is locked, so you just gotta slide that bar on the inside there to get it closed. But unlike what do I have? I think a Gerber kind of locks in when you push it down. It kind of clicks, and there's a detent. Where this one there is no. It goes real easy. So I would imagine if you had this clipped on your belt and you snag something, this could just kind of fly open like that because it's not really locked into place. But to deploy the actual knife is relatively easy. There's no effort to it at all. The one issue too I think it might have with that fiberglass, I'm not sure if it is actual fiberglass, but I'd imagine you could probably get some strands of that in your hand if this got worn. I'm not 100% sure. And overall in the hand, it feels, to me, rough. I'm used to like a Swiss Army knife where everything seems to be really like machined and like buffed and finished. This is definitely a little more rough around the edges. And weight-wise, it's really heavy in comparison to some of, and like a Swiss Army knife where you have numerous implements and blades. I'm really surprised how heavy this this knife is. Alright, so that's just kind of in comparison here, the knife on the left being a Swiss Army brand knife. I believe the majority of the weight in this has got to be because of that fiberglass. All that the resin and layers in there must give it its weight, where this is just kind of like a plastic case on the side. And then this would be a Ranger wood, and that gives you an idea of the size. So it's similar in size. But here again, with these having the wooden scales or whatever, there's not much to this at all. It's pretty light, and this has got a decent amount of blades, so it's got to be the fiberglass on that knife that's causing it to be as heavy as it is. Alright, so before we wrap this video up, here's just a good look at the case again. And this is how it was shipped from Amazon. It was in a plastic bag. There was a small piece of paper that had English on it as well as other languages. Just explaining, I believe, some warranty stuff and a little like a plastic desiccant to keep it from rusting or whatever, the moisture down. So it seems like a nice case. It's got clips all the way around here, and then on the back side it just has some information. Again, this must be a tag that Amazon puts on with the information, made in Russia, Russian Federation. There's obviously the sticker below. This must be the sticker from the actual company, and this is just something that Amazon must throw on it. So it's a nice little box, keep your knife in. Should keep it nice and safe. It's not waterproof or anything like that, but it's nice to have. Alright, so if you're looking for a Russian made knife, this would be the one I would recommend, and I would get it before you can't. Because with everything that's going on, who knows if we'll be able to get these anymore. So, alright, that'll be it for now.